Hi, so people have been asking me how did I make my quiet felt books. I've shown these on my Instagram already, so I wanted to show. So my book that I'm gonna make this time is gonna be really gray. So I have my gray sheets. I've already made quite a few, and I'm gonna make another book with pink sheets. So all of them are pretty much the same measurements. So for example, I do cut these freestyle. So I have these colors. These are actually going to be flowers. And I'm going to cut a hole here and maybe stitch it. I'm not really sure. And then it's just going to be pretty much match the colors. I have my black one, my yellow, my purple, my pink, and I have to find a blue button. And so it's just going to be displayed on there. But today I want to do a clock. So I'm going to take my piece. I have my glue gun, my scissors, and everything. I have my design already cut out. I do want to show how I made one of my hearts. And I have my bag of felt, that my little pieces in case I need it. So with my heart, all I did, so say like this is a good triangle. Depends on what size I want. And then I just do like that, and I just curve the sides. And I'm just eyeballing everything pretty much. So if I make a mistake or something, I can just cut it again. I'm trying to make it even. With my star, I did just make the star zigzag. And so that's going to be one of my hearts that I'm going to put on my clock just for a little extra decoration. Like I say, if it's something you see on there that you might want to trim it or take it up, that was easier than me cutting out a pattern for me because I just did a little something. So the first thing I'm going to do is I cut out a purple pattern, and it's going to sit here, and I'm going to make my clock purple and like a neon yellow, because I have a lot of that and I haven't used it really. And then here's going to be the bottom of my clock. I think I want this on top. And that's going to be my clock. Let me move it up a little bit. So what I do is I find out where I want it. I'm going to just start with one little edge, my glue gun, and let that sit there. And then I'm going to wait on this piece right here. I'm going to take this back part of this ear and go ahead and glue this down. The glue is pretty hot. And then, so I'm just eyeballing. It's not perfect or anything, but I've been enjoying making these. And so I have these are like my bells. So what I did is I go on Pinterest. I always say Pinterest, but I like to say Pinterest. So anyway, I go on Pinterest and find something I want. I look on YouTube, whatever design I want, I create that way. And I need to get another piece for my glue gun. And I have a lot of backup. So I go on there and I actually see something that I like or I'm intrigued. They do have this little girl dress up design that, well, not a design, but something that I like. I like the aesthetics of it, so I'm going to try to create that because I think that's going to be like hours and hours of fun and playing. So then I'm going to see, I want the bottom. This is going to be my clock stand. Be somewhat like this. And I just saw this picture. It's not this specific clock. I'll have to show you possibly what the picture is. And then on my other pieces, I just cut out a white circle. And I'm gonna just center this. I don't do too much glue, but just enough. The more the merrier though, but not too totally thick. I think it should be evenly dispersed. So what I did is I took a pencil and I pushed here, there, there. That's gonna be my... So this is where I am so far. I just glued on the white face for the clock. This is going to be my 12, my 3, my 6, and my 9 in my center part. So what I did is I took some purple felt, I doubled it and cut a little square. So those are going to be my numbers, but I want them to be interchangeable. So what I'm going to do is I cut some little Velcro pieces. So I'm estimating where I want them. Little glue there in between my 12 and my 3. And in between my 3 and my 6. Just putting a little glue on there from my hot glue gun. And then I'm going to do the other side the same way. That's in between my 12 and my 9. And then that way they can, it's still like learning numbers and teaching. Then where my 12 and my 3, 6, and 9 is located, what I'm going to do is just do my puffy paint. Use it for that. And then that's the last piece. So what I did do also is on the back of the purple is I took some more of the Velcro, the opposite end, so that way it'll just stick on there. Like I say, I want the numbers to be interchangeable. I normally let it dry a little longer before, make sure I don't pull it off, so that I don't have a hard time with it. And sometimes, and I'm going to see how this goes, I may need to put a little stitch in the Velcro. I'm not really sure. And then I cut out the little clock hands there. I'm just going to sit this to the side because I need to find a piece so that I can rotate them, or that, you know, the child can rotate them so that they can learn. I cut out these little hearts that I showed you earlier, and I'm just going to stick them on here in some type of hopefully crafty design. And we'll go from there. And I just did a few just so that it can have a little cute little feature. And I did a little star, so I just drew the crisscross star on there, and then I just cut it out. So this was, it was freehand, but not so much. And so I just have these two placed. So I just did possibly, I'm going to put 4 on one side. And I think I'm going to just put 3 on the other side. And then put a big one at the bottom. That might be the one I just cut out, I'm not sure. And that's it. See if I can turn this one. So that's the ideal of my clock. And so I want to do mine in a yellow. Let me show you the puff paint. I got this from Hobby Lobby. So it just says scribble, activate creatively. Usually when I do a test run, because sometimes it comes out real fast or sometimes it comes out slow. So I did the drop. Then I'm going to make my 12, my 2. Then I'm going to make my 3 here. Once I get started, it's pretty easy from there. But when it first comes out, it's like, oh no, that's too much. And then I'm going to do my 9. And I think for you all, I'm going to go ahead and show you my 1, my 2. Now I'm not the best drawer of numbers or anything, or my handwriting isn't the best. So I'm doing my 4, my 5, and I just wanted to stay consistent with my colors, my color wheel, so I didn't go too far off. So I just kind of did the neo and the yellow and the purple. I thought they were actually cute together. And then I'm going to do my 10. Oop, almost messed that one up. I don't know if I have enough room. And then my 11. I should have scooted my 1 over a little bit for my 10. And then that's pretty much it. I think I messed up a little bit on my 12. And then sometimes I just go over them. They stay in place, but they do stick a little bit, my numbers, my puff paint. So I'm gonna have to see maybe if I put a little oil on it. I'm not really sure, oil or something else. So that is my clock. The only thing I need to do is to add. That's pretty much it on my clock. Like I said, all I have to do now is add my hands. But I need to buy something, a little clip or something for that. So this is my Velcro clock. And I do want to show you, I did do this duck. And this is with my puff paint. And I thought it was so cute. So what happens, and I got the pattern off of Pinterest. Pinterest. And they really stick in there. So either way. And so I just had the greatest idea in town to do the clock. You know how you have the little wires that comes with wrapping papers? I think I found this. I can use this. I'm going to show you how I'm going to use it. Thinking I can cut it. So what I did, I put little holes in the clock. The back, I put a little hole in the hands. I put a hole here. Hopefully it's big enough. It may not be big enough, because what I wanted to do was go back in. But if it's not big enough, I may have to do something else. So I put a hole here. And what I was going to do is get one of the mini buttons that I purchased. Get a button. Wanted the small one, but I may have to do the big one. The button, go in and out on the button. Go back out. I'm gonna have to make my hole in the back larger. Then what I'm gonna do is go back in. I'm just gonna have to make it larger though. Go back in, back here, and twist it, and then that way I will be able to move the hands. I might make a smaller button also. But anyway, that's one way to work it. And then this allows the child to move the hands around. Alright. And that saved me money. Toodaloo.